much for inviting a Republican. And it's worse than you think. I'm just a truck driver. When I did make a speech, I made a few notes as I was listening to people speak, and that's usually how I like to do these things. I'd like to see a show of hands of how many of you believe that educating our children is a business. Is a business. How many believe that educating our children is just another business? No hands. How many of you believe that belonging to a union that behaves like a business union is a good thing? I'm glad you didn't raise your hands for that. I have a bit of a different perspective. I believed, as you did, that these bills were the wrong thing. But this is a non-union state. And doing business as a union in this state has got to change. You cannot be. You can kick me out of here in a minute. You cannot continue to do things as you did this year. You can count the victories as little as they were, if you like. And you will lose the next time. I looked at your agenda before I came in here. I know this is a business meeting and you're trying to conduct business, but I did not see on your agenda, how are we going to change? I heard a song and I heard a number of other things talking about they're historical now. You can certainly hope the referendum passes. You can hope that it does. But as I said this morning to your Republican caucus, if it doesn't, there will be Republicans in this state that say, see, I told you twice. And you better be preparing for the future if that fails. You should be spending more time talking about what you're going to do tomorrow or next week when you get back in your classes, how you're going to influence people, rather than talking about what just happened bad. You don't have time for a nice jingle. Because no one, when you get home, is going to listen. Those people are out there who are angry at you. I don't understand why either, because I'm not. But there are those people who are, and you are the ones who are responsible for changing their mind one at a time. You are the ones that have to work in our central committees, Democrat and Republican, to keep moderate thinking people there and to keep the nuts out of both ends. And if you believe that moderate thinking people can stay in office without you working, then you're wrong and you're going to lose that one too, and you'll lose people like me and other moderates. You'll lose us. It's up to you. It really is. And that was the message I came here to deliver. You can hope in that referendum. Hope, 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 hope. But you better darn well plan for the future without it. Because it might be that way. Don't make the Republican Party say, I told you twice, without a plan to make them eat those words. On my website, I say to a lot of people, teachers, that they need to be involved. There was a time, I know, and I know that some of you still do this, there was a time when teachers spent the time to go into the homes. I understand there's a lot of those homes you're not welcome in now. But you still used to be that way. And I think it needs to be that way again. I hate to put the job back on you. But you're it. And I'll tell you, my personal belief is there's no one I'd rather give that job to than you. You are the one. I spend an awful lot of time in classrooms. And every Monday I get to go. On Friday, we were out of session on Thursday and I got back home on Friday. The first thing I did when I got home was go back to my second grade class. I'm trying to graduate. And I've missed many days, I'm a little worried. But I went back to that second grade class, and there's a most remarkable teacher. Just yesterday, she got her third Teacher of the Year award. And that class jumped up and came over and gave me a hug, and that teacher never missed a beat. That was my reward. It was nice that you did this, as Representative Cronin said, well, that doesn't happen often when you stood. Well, no, it doesn't, but that felt good. But you know what really felt good? We're second graders giving me a hug. And that's the story you have to tell to their parents. That's the story you have to tell to their PTA. That's the story you have to tell to school boards. I'm tired of hearing teachers say, well, I don't go to school boards because if I'm there and I'm going to raise a fuss, there will be ramifications. So what? Aren't there ramifications right now? From your silence? Will the ramifications if you speak up be worse? I don't think so. What gets worse from today? You have nothing to lose and everything to gain by becoming activists. Republican and Democrat activists. You have everything to gain and nothing to lose by being involved in your central committees and keeping the nuts out. And if you think somebody else is going to do it, you are wrong. You are wrong. Not one single person has come up to me, I take that back, one. Did come up to me in Boise County, but not one in Elmore County has come up to me and said, how can I help you in your central committee? And I can tell you that when the primary is completely closed, I will not be the Republican choice. It is that clear. It is that real. I can also tell you the person who they would have take my place would not have voted no. So you choose how you spend your time, how you plot your strategy going forward. It better be a different union. It better be a different strategy. It better be different than it was, because what it was wasn't enough. Thank you very much.